Hey guys, okay, we're talking about an issue that is it's a serious issue, and I think it's even made more serious by the rapid rate that a lot of people throw bricks at the chain gang. That's what they call it. Throwing bricks at the prison. But anyway, um what can happen to your son in prison? Why did I say son? Because I'm a son, and I can speak for that standpoint. I've never been in a female prison, of course. So yeah, what can happen to your son? I know that's an important thing because men lead the world, men who come out. Let's get right into it. The system really isn't designed to uh it's not designed to protect anybody once in there or develop any type of good or positive characteristics. Um, if a young man or you have a young man or going into the system or anything like that, he's gonna have to fight. He's gonna have to stand on his. He's gonna have to be pretty it depends on the circumstance of where he's at, and I'll explain that. But he's definitely gonna have to, in some cases, be where he would have to react. Generally, if you go to a close security prison, which is every time you move around, they have to shake you down. Like you go through different doors, through different parts of the facility. Like you have to get patted down. And if they suspect anything at the drop of a dime, you can be strip searched. Like you can be strip searched anywhere. People really watch stuff. Like they really watch the small nuances. Like they really see how you react to stuff. If somebody comes and they do something to you and you don't react a certain way, you definitely can become a target. Nothing comes about from picking on you, messing with you. You're a free pick. Once I first got to close security, that was the first type I went to, and my locker was broken into to where all the commissary was taken off. The hinges were hung off the door. And in those situations, you have to, I was told by an individual that, hey, you need to pick any one of those five guys right there, eating stuff right there. That did you buy those types of chips? Those could be your chips right there. Like just pick one and just, with a lock or whatever, right? So I had to pick somebody. I pick somebody who was highly probable of who had the ability, had the opportunity to steal my stuff. Yes, I didn't pick somebody just because they was weaker and they had no opportunity. No, the guy that I actually picked was a guy who was in there for murder. And since he been in there, he put somebody in critical condition, and he was known as a knife guy. He was known as a bad man. He was a gunman, as the Jamaicans say. He was a gunman. Yeah, he'll poke you. He'll poke you like Pokey the Bear. Once I demonstrated enough that I would not tolerate certain things, no matter how small I was or how I looked, um, I was left alone. I was left alone in a major way. So I was able to do my studies. Somebody came and got me and said, "Hey man, one of your homeboys just got in here." And when they say your homeboy, they mean somebody who's from the same county that you're from. Those two usually bond together. They usually gel pretty well because they have like some things some certain things that they can have some familiarities about, and they talk about those things. And so they usually gel well. And this they told me I had a homeboy that was in the bad dorm, because I told you I'm still at right. And I finally somebody put me in a program, like they wrote to get me out of the dorm to put me in this program. you know why did they do it? Because they felt like I was gonna get stabbed by the guy I hit. Yeah, because I didn't put myself in this program. All of a sudden, they just had me in this program. Somebody told me that somebody probably put in kite, or the system may have just picked me. I don't know. But I ended up in this program in this certain wing of the prison that was kind of fenced off, and it was his own building. Everybody wanted to get there. And I had earned my stripes. I had been through the E-dorm by the end, all over, like both sides of it, because it's so big that they got two sides to the prison, right? I've been to both sides of the prison. Each side of the prison has thousands of inmates. Most people who go to this program transfer from all other prisons that are lesser security. And they say, look, the people, when you go to the chow hall, you're going to run across the people, the indigenous people of this prison, right? Which I was one. Like I said, I just somehow got in this program. And but they said it can help you get early release, which it didn't. But still, the hope of that is like, oh man, this is amazing. So, I'm one of the locals. So they talking about us like a dog. Like when you walk the child, be very careful. Man, they put the fear in them about us, man. And so yeah, he was in the Thunderdome, like one of the dorms that was biting pretty good. They put him in E-dorm, man. And they said, yeah, one of your homeboys. So I'm going, hoping I see a savage come out of there. Why do I want to see a savage? Not because I just want to hang around savages. I love no, I want to see somebody who can defend themselves in that harsh environment, right? Man, I see a dude walk out, man. He's super light skinned, man. He's super like he looked like he could be a part of B2K, man. I mean, like I said, I'm in this separate dorm or whatever. And I holler at him, man, and I'm like, man, it's so good over here, man, but you need to get off and over there, man, because over there is just right there that you need to talk to your guidance counselor, because everybody gets assigned a counselor. You need to talk to your guidance counselor and tell her to get you off and over there ASAP, man. You need to get off and over there, man. He looked like food, man. And he's like, man, yeah, I heard it was bad over here. Can I get over there with you? What about over there? So I go to the lieutenant. And I tell him, like, yeah, man, I gotta, I don't ask for anything. And you see, I've changed myself around at this prison. I'm in this program and I'm out of trouble. I got a big favor to ask. He's like, what? And I said, man, can you get such and such over here, man? He won't survive over there in Edom. Why they put him over there, man? He said, I don't got nothing to do with that, man. I don't got nothing to do with that. I said, what do you mean you don't got nothing to do with that? I said, I'm coming to you, this is somebody I know and I see. I've been in that dorm. I know what you got to do to survive in that dorm. I know who they go after and what they do in that dorm. You do too. You know better than me. Like, he's like, man, that ain't none of my concern. Like, I can't do nothing about that. Man, you know how many I talked to him. I talked to another higher up. I talked to another higher up. It got to the point where I talked to the warden doing an inspection about it. Yeah. I talked to the warden. That was like 5 days in. Yeah, he was like, see what I can do. He ain't do nothing. So one day we crossed paths with their dorm in the chow hall, and I saw him sitting out there. And I was with we the guys, man. I'm talking about on that we the knowledge crowd. We Ramadan, we all that, but we all stand on 10. We all stand on biz. Like nobody mess with us, man. But all we want to do is gain knowledge and power, man. That's it. And get up out the chain gang hole back to our families. But don't play with us. And so I'm in there with them. I see him over there sitting, and I start calling his name. Never looks up, never looks back. And I call it again. He kind of looked this time, but that look was a quick look. Then somebody nudging me, and I'm like, what? And because I'm still trying to I'm thinking he don't hear me, because you can't really talk loud in the chow hall, man. At close security camps, they don't like that. They be telling you to be quiet and stuff like that, and they'll send you up out of chow hall and stuff like that. They try to have full control. So yeah, somebody nudged me, and I looked at them, and they like pointing somewhere, and I look where they pointing, and it's a gorilla, a ape. Gorilla in the zoo, man. It's a man. I don't call brothers in black, man, gorillas like Mike said, man. But this Joker was a gorilla, man. He was looking at me, man, hard, like death stare. So yeah, man, that's that story. Yeah, so like let them know, man, when you see them acting up and see them going some type of way, let them know. Like my dad used to tell me all the time, man, you gonna go to prison, they're gonna be trying to play with you. They're gonna be trying to they're gonna be trying to. My dad used to come at me like that, man. We used to laugh sometimes, man. Um, that's what really happens. Um, some people you can get through about it, but if you got somebody who's currently in there, just know what they're going through. Know they have to stand on. Oh yeah, and I did say that the level of the camp makes a difference, and it does. This is how. At lesser security prisons, you don't have to react like in the same way you do close security or none of that, because you'll get sent to those close security and higher security prisons if you do that. The reason you get to those medium and minimum prisons is because your security level started low or became low. And that only happens when you don't have to fight or you don't fight. Mine eventually got there where I could actually get to medium, and I actually got the minimum, but it didn't happen until I established myself and I did not have to fight because of that. But if you're at those, I had to learn a whole new ball game, because if you're at those type of prisons, you can't be the same level of savage, you can't be the same level of reaction, because they'll be like, oh nah, you too much for this prison, we sending you back to the zoo, yeah, to the jungle. Like, so yeah, you got to know how to tone it down when you get at certain places. But that's all I got for this one. I hope I helped somebody. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We out.